Okay, we are at the start of Magic Touch. This will be the first trail ride video of the 2022 season for me. I've only done 3 rides this whole year of 2022, or this season. And so, yeah, I didn't want to push it and do, like, I'm trying to get familiar with trails I already know, but Magic Touch is one I don't know. So I do have a video of it, like the day I discovered it, and then I put it on Trail Forks so people confirmed it. It's not very well written, and part of the hazards are going to be dependent on weather and rain and sunshine, and just dependent on the shrubbery, basically, and how thick it is. So I haven't ridden it since last year, and that was the only time I've ridden it, so I'm not crazy familiar with it, but I went over my own footage, and after the ride, I'll be able to tell you a little more about it. It is a blue trail. The beginning and the ending are pretty straightforward and pretty chill. There's a couple key intersections, so this one up there, the first one, so I would say left, right, left, left, for those key intersections. That's when I had to review my own footage. We're just over here, what is that, 16th Avenue South, and Scenic is that intersection by the cemetery here. So this is how we start off, and I'll give you more info after the ride is done, but it's a lot of the trail is chill. There's a little bit of a hairy section, but I wouldn't say it is dangerous from my memory. Let's get it. Well, that was Magic Touch. I didn't clean it. I'll use the chest cam next time and clean it. I just didn't shift where I should have shifted, didn't have enough gas to push through the gear I was already in for a little bump. It is more ridden than I thought. I didn't actually check the ride logs for that trail, so I just assumed, no one's really riding this. But it looks cleared out purposely. So yeah, the very beginning isn't too bad, but very quickly you get into a little bit of a steep descent, and then, you know, you're kind of in the thick of it there. I would say that if you want to practice your shifting with those ups and downs and being in different areas a little bit off camber, but not too much that you're going to catch pedals really, then that would be a good place to do it. It's relatively safe to practice that even if you do have to dab and you dab wrong and you fall, you're not on cliff's edge. You're on a hill, you're going to get a couple scratches, but nothing huge. It is nice and punchy and short. And the ending is just, it's really pretty, like especially depending obviously on the season and the weather and stuff, but it's just a nice chill ride out. So you kind of have like a little bit of a work up to this kind of hairy section. And yeah, within 10 minutes, you should be done. If you know if you've studied the footage and kind of know where you're going, you don't have to stop and be like, where do I go next? There are a lot of other intersections there, and there's variables to that trail. You could definitely cut somewhere and you end up back at the same place with just a little bit of a detour. So some of them can make it more difficult for you or a little easier for you. The one that I did, I think, is kind of really middle of the road, but you can go up on some sections and it gets a little dicier. But I think that's it. Yeah, it's a pretty chill blue trail because it is not blue from beginning to end. I would say just that middle section is kind of blue, and that middle section isn't even half of the trail. But it's a good section. I enjoy it. So I do want to interject here this rude interruption before I sign off. I just realized after the fact that I just wanted to let you know this is a pretty short trail, right? You do not have to just finish this trail and then hit up the country club climb and get out of here and that's it. That's what I'm going to do today. So if you check my Strava and Trail Forks, which are also links in the description to see kind of my whole route, that's what I am doing today. But there is the country club connector, which is pretty much at the base of country club climb, that segment on Strava, but just the hill that will get you back up to the cemetery and back up out of the coulees onto scenic south. That's what I'm going to do today. But if you want to extend your ride, you do Country Club Connector. It kind of circumvents the off-leash park and then puts you back into like around Double Bogey in that area. So then you could head to the mountain bike park or do Gun Run, Little Teapot, do a little circuit in there with Double Bogey, whatever. So yeah, this isn't just like a quick punchy way. It's fun and whatever, and then you got to go right back up. Extend your ride, do whatever you need to do. Anyway, that's it. I will remind you that in the description of this, I have a link to my link tree, and there is a buy me a coffee button. It's just a way to donate if you feel like it. Me riding and doing videos is really dependent on work and weather, and both of those things are things I can't really control. So I don't know how many videos I'm going to put up, but bike maintenance is a thing, new vlogging equipment is a thing, editing software, all that stuff. There's so much expense that goes into it, and so I'm never going to recoup those costs, and that's fine because I just love doing it. But yeah, if you ever want to throw a couple pennies at me or something, then go for it. With that, we'll see you another time for another raw ride.